Hi guys, so before I start, we're going to be doing art today, but before I start I want to just say to some people that it was absolutely great to see your tornadoes that you made last week in art. I received some great emails, which was really lovely to see. Anyway, this week our topic is going to be the seaside. So what I thought we would do is we would use coloured sand to make a nice seaside picture. So let's get started.
Right, so for this video I'm going to use PVA glue. I've got some coloured card, although you could use paper, it's totally up to you. It's just that I've got card here available to me. I have a writing pencil. I have some coloured sand, which I'm going to show you how to make in a moment. To make those, you're going to use just ordinary chalks and salt. Okay, so let me show you how to make that then.
Right, so if you're doing this at school, you will have the coloured sand already available to you. But if you're doing this at home, or you want to try it at home, you will need ordinary table salt and chalk. So what you're going to do is you're going to pop some salt onto a piece of paper. So you need to put it onto a piece of paper or you're going to make a real mess. And then using your chalk, just rub into the salt and it will start to colour the salt, the colour of the chalk, and it will make it look like coloured sand. So I'm just going to fast forward while I continue to colour this sand. So with Miss Kimpton today in your research video, you've been looking at the wildlife that live in the ocean or at the seaside. So what I thought was I would draw a fish, and I would use my coloured sand to colour in my picture. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a rough outline of the fish and the bottom of the sea and some seaweed. I'm going to use black pen rather than pencil, just so that you guys can see it on the video, because when I do it in pencil, it's not very visible.
But you guys need pencil. So here's the bottom of the ocean, which will just be sandy. And then I'm going to draw on just some seaweed. Just roughly draw some seaweed on. Fish like to hide in the seaweed. And then, now I've got the base of the sea and I've got my seaweed, I'm going to draw the outline of the fish. So just a really simple outline of a fish. You might want to put a bit more detail on yours, that's totally up to you. Or you might want to do something totally different for your picture. Again, that's totally up to you. There we are, there's my fish, some seaweed and the base of the sea.
So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to start with colouring in the base of the sea. So I'm going to use yellow. So what I'm going to do first of all is I'm going to stick on some PVA glue. So I'm going to basically cover the whole of where I want the yellow sand to go in glue. There we are. So as it's really hot at the moment, the glue will dry quite quickly. So just do smaller bits at a time and then scatter on your sand just to cover the base.
Just where you want it to stick. So really, I'm being quite careful not to put it in places that I don't want it to go. So I'm just covering the bottom of the ocean. Right, there we go.
I think that's enough. So the bottom of the ocean is covered in yellow sand. Right, so the next thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to move the little bits off the seaweed, just push them to the side. Because at the end you're going to brush off all the loose sand, and I'll show you how to do that. So next I'm going to put the glue carefully where I've got the seaweed painted on. Doesn't matter if you go out of your lines just slightly with the glue. There we are. And then I'm going to use the green just to put it onto the glue for the seaweed. So before I go on to do the fish, I'm just going to get rid of some of this excess off the picture. So I'm going to lift it up ever so carefully. And I'm just going to tap it, just to the side. Okay, so now I'm going to colour in my fish. So this is going to be a really colourful fish. So I'm going to do his tail in the purple that we made earlier. Right, so all I need to add on is his eye. So I'm just going to put a bit more glue on. A bit more sand and a different colour, just so that his eye's back on. There we are. Although his eye's gone a bit smudgy. Might have to just shape it for it before it dries. There we are. And there is my sand art picture using chalk and salt. Give it a go, see what you can do. It'd be great to see some of your pictures. Thank you for listening.